Well, imagine seeing you here again today. Thank you guys that do watch my journal. Um, I know it. I do this for me, but it's nice to know that there's other people that listen to it and may get something out of it. So this morning is today's a pretty open day. So what I plan to do is get my Greek homework done. So the lectures I listened to yesterday were the church administration class. Today I need to get my Greek homework for this week done. So each week with Greek I have some reading that I have to do in the textbooks. Then I have to listen to usually less than 10-minute little video or audio clips of a professor explaining some of the things. Then I have to do a translation. This week it's out of Luke 15, I believe. No, I think we're in Matthew this week. Luke 15 was last week. But anyway, I have to do a translation of several verses, and that usually takes me 2 hours, the translation does. And then there is a discussion board about grammar and the morphology. And then there's a discussion board about exegesis, where we talk about what that means. And then there is a vocabulary quiz. So if I do that all, I just sit down and hammer all of it straight through, which is not the best method, because you need to be in Greek every day in order to retain it and actually get good at it. But there have been a couple of times where I've been so busy during the week that I have to just sit down and do it all in one day. And that usually takes me about 6 to 8 hours to get all that done in one day. Now, the discussion boards I have to go back and respond to and talk to people. But what I try to do is a little bit each day and kind of get me towards that. I think the biggest struggle so far has been finding the time just to read. So church administration, my evangelism class, and the Greek class all have required reading. One time I asked somebody about higher education, about what it takes to get your master's degree and your doctorate degree, and he said it is all reading and comprehension. And I understand what he's talking about when he talked about when he said that, because now there's just so much reading that has to be done. But anyway, so my plan is to head down to the church after I finish up here and get on some of that stuff. Tomorrow I have a meeting, and I still have pastors that I'm calling, and church work that needs to get done and all that kind of stuff. So I'll still be doing all that. I've tried to keep most of that out of the journal because I want to protect people's privacy, and I don't really want to focus so much on the work of ministry as much as how it influences the rest of my life. I may start adding some more to that, just because some of the people that I know watch this are interested in the types of things that a small town pastor has to do. So like 2 days ago, I worked on somebody's CPAP machine. That's not normal pastor stuff, but it is when you're in a town like Jordan. So I may start adding some more of that stuff in to kind of just show what we're dealing with. Yeah, so that'll be good. This morning we woke up and it was snowing again, and so that's just life in Montana. So that means that I'm inside on the treadmill. I'm shooting for 3 miles today. I did 3 miles yesterday. I also jumped on the scale this morning. Bad idea. Woo! I've been running almost every single day, but something else is wrong. So I've really seriously got to pay attention to my diet. I might have to start a food journal just to keep an eye on that, but not going well.
And the subjunctive is the major way of expressing something that's a potential reality. And so we can express it with words like, I might do.
Alrighty, well, I did some homework, and you kind of saw some of that, but a few other things that I took care of just so I can be more cover more about what I do is handled a couple of emails dealing with some state convention type of things. Responded to a request for recommendation letter for a young lady in our community. Also did some preliminary work on well, it's not preliminary because I've already been doing this because we're in a series, but putting some notes down of how specifically I want to go through our sermon Sunday and be working on that. So, that took up the better part of my day. I have an EMT meeting this afternoon at 6 o'clock on, they use GoToMeeting instead of Zoom, but it's basically the same thing. And so I'm going to go home and grab something to eat and relax a little bit and then do that meeting from the house.